Hi, Sagittarius. I know. I look at the setup now. It just got really intense, right? So, oh, and this, I'm like currently, I don't know why, but I'm like a little addicted to these air breather sticks. They're just air, right? And it's not because of smoking. I've been done quit for like a year. I think it actually helps with, some level of stress. Sometimes we don't even know the stress that we hold in our body. I'm fine normally, and I'm not really a person who is overly stressed out ever. I'm a pretty zen person, but it's so weird. So let's get into it. Um, okay. So your wake up call is you're supposed to wake up to infinite possibility. And I feel this feels like you might have been pushing against something um, that you're no longer pushing against now. Okay, because you have answering the call and surrendering to the journey here. So it really feels as if you're giving into something that, maybe you just had your doubts about it. Especially in terms of, is it even possible? But something's changed your mind about this. I don't know that something's changed your mind so much as you're saying to yourself, well, you know what, or to whoever, I'm going to just try. I'm going to just try this. Okay, I give in. I'll do it. Right. But I feel like there might be a part of you that feels like you're not sure that this is a good thing or that it's even possible, but we'll see because, I mean, of course, we will see. We always do. And your journal prompt is the Three of Pentacles. It's so interesting because maybe this all has to do with collaboration or working together with others. Maybe even at your place of work, who knows? But you're supposed to journal about how 3 ways you could work better with others. So 3 ways you could collaborate. Um, because at the end of the day, the Three of Pentacles is about the work. It is about the work, usually highly about the people around you, right? But with the Three of Pentacles, especially because it's Earth energy, is how do we do better? Like, a lot of times it's being recognized for what you do. So what you do here might be an example for others. You may be leading a group of people towards working better together or making something work better. So I actually feel, though, as a journal prompt, it's 3 ways you could work better together with others. Because we're kind of the lone maverick. We like to work by ourselves. I know, speaking from experience, I very much do. I have to admit, I have, as a tarot reader, I've never collaborated with another person, and I don't think I even really know too many, like personally. Like, I have a very good friend who used to be a tarot reader. She's not so much anymore, but that's about it. I don't know what it is. So, and the reason is here because, you know, Nine of Wands, it's like none of us get there by ourselves. We never do. And maybe spirit just feels like you've gone as far as you could by yourself. So it's time for you to start thinking about collaboration. So what are 3 ways you could collaborate better with others? Just saying. Just saying. So an action that you're being led to take. This is interesting because this came out as like a whole story. Usually you get one card, two cards, five cards came out in one shuffle. So that's something. Infinity times infinity. Now, infinity, of course, is, on no beginning, no end. And so I feel like there was maybe an obligation in your life that you felt like you would be doing forever, right? Because they're both reversed. This really says no obligation to take advice from others for sure. But I feel like it's really about obligation, doing what other people think you should do, right? And that may have come from a lack of self-confidence with you are good enough as you are right now. Like, I feel like you're still getting there, but you're realizing that part of self-care and part of taking care of yourself and feeling good within yourself kind of means you have to break yourself of some obligation you have with other people. And I would tend to guess, or it just keeps feeling like doing something that other people wanted you to do. It just keeps feeling that like that, because I don't want to say I'm guessing. It just felt like a term of speech. Yeah, because, and I do feel like this too could have really had to do with something that you really wanted to do and really do, because we seem to be talking about that a lot, Sagittarius. Especially about something coming up that you really want. So let's take a look at today's energies and see what. So real quick though, I would like to see this. What are you giving into, Sagittarius? What is this that Sagittarius is doing? What is this infinite possibility? The time is now. Release control. What is Sagittarius saying? Okay, I'm doing it. I don't know if it'll work. But, so what is this all about? What is this all about? The Hangman. Like I said, you are feeling the Virgo energy. You really are. What is Sagittarius? Okay. Page of Wands. Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's so funny because I saw this kind of in someone else's reading. Definitely someone giving you their opinion. Oh, sorry. I live in the city, y'all. Someone's giving you their opinion on something new that you're planning on doing, and I don't think. I think it actually, if you watched the earlier frame too, I feel like people may have been successful in getting you not to do something, right, or to put it off. But you're thinking about things differently and more more willing to take a chance, even if it ends badly. And yeah, the Queen of Swords. Oh, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords. A lot of swords. And there were a lot of swords yesterday, too. It feels like you're unwilling to talk about it anymore. And that maybe hurts some people's feelings, but they're also hurting your feelings. Um, especially by, like, with the Queen of Swords, don't tell me I don't know my own mind. The Queen of Swords is highly intelligent. She gets information. That this is not something that you're doing on a whim. This is something you have a real vision for. Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Three of Swords, and the King of Wands. And you realize that it could go wrong, like it could end badly, but if you and this is the King of Wands too, because the King of Wands is a visionary. He goes where no one has gone before. And the truth of the matter is that that if you don't do it right now, you'll probably never do it. And it can fail. It can, but you're not thinking about that. This is very much seize the day energy. So, it never, just like tarot doesn't ever say this is exactly what you're doing, right? I do think this is something you put off. To maybe even to make other people happy, to be honest. But Sag ain't about that life no more. So what do we need to know about today? What do we need to know about today, Sag? Today. What does Sagittarius need to know about today? Oh, go your own way. Sag, I'm telling you what, you are so much on the can't nobody tell me nothing. And just days before the eclipse, which does affect all mutable signs because it's in Virgo. Okay, Sagittarius. Oh boy. I love this Sagittarius spirit. Love it. I don't have to cover anything up, which is nice. Wow, you very much are feeling the Virgo energy. The Hermit, Temperance. You really feel as if you're making a good decision here. And you have thought this out. You have, probably gotten some information. But the Hierophant is reversed, the Hierophant reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed says to me, Sag, that this is out of the norm, this is out of the regular. That people aren't going to be, you just don't care and you're not hearing anything. Like, I'm not hearing this. I'm not going to fight about it. I know that this isn't something you would do, but this is something I would do, because Sagittarius, if I can bestow any wisdom on you, we don't do things the way that everyone else does. We do things differently. And yes, we fall on our face a lot. But we just can't be like everyone else. And this is a time when it's actually beneficial to be that way because of the Pluto and Aquarius energy. It will pay off for you, right? So this is you bucking the system, doing something different, and you're not hearing no words on it. Now, I'm not hearing about this anymore. Okay? You're not guarded. I mean, you want to fight, we'll fight about it. But I'm not going to defend it. This is what I'm doing. And I know it's not something you would do, but this is something I'm doing because you really need a change. Right? You're tired of feeling like you're not getting anywhere. You're tired of being tired. You're maybe too really getting tired of the grind. And grind culture. Like you tried things the way that whoever does it, and you're like, no, I'm not doing that no more. And look at the changes here for you, Sag. Ace of Pentacles and Four of Wands. It's like something opens up for you that is exactly what you want. And you may discover it when you're somewhere with people, because the Four of Wands often talks about an event, but it's also the 1111 card. Because you did something here that says, no, I'm not conforming. No, I'm not. And I'm not hearing about it. I need something to change. I'm freaking tired. Yeah, and I feel like you're tired of the status quo, really. Wow. And that's when an offer comes up. And you may have not been expecting it. You may have been somewhere. It could have been some event or something that was celebratory. And talking to people, or maybe you were just talking to people about wanting to change, and here it is. The universe says, I got you. I got you. Three of Wands. Oh my gosh. And the Wheel of Fortune. This is your new life. A new life that took its darn time, but it took its time because you had stuff to do. Maybe internal work. The Wheel of Fortune, it's like we move the wheel, right? But we move the wheel through spiritual practice, through the work that we do. Reclaiming your power. Reclaiming your power, Sagittarius. I love this so much. So let's see. Now we'll use these. What can you tell us about this opportunity? The opportunity for Sagittarius. What? Ooh. Well, you're not sure about it. Tell me about the opportunity. This could be something that you've done before. What is this opportunity? Yeah, it definitely could. We get these messages a lot too. Okay. Something new. There is a limbo energy to this, right? It could be that someone, you meet up with people, or you're in an environment where you're talking to other people, and they suggest, well, Sag, why don't you do yakety yak anymore? Right? And it makes you think about yakety yak and basically maybe thinking about that it didn't work before, and that it had run its course. But what they're saying here is that there's now potential for this. If you still love it, if you think that you could be dedicated to this, it actually feels as if you are going to get help in that department. Now, we remember yesterday where we were definitely seeing an ally showing up. So I don't know if this story is just kind of working in reverse. Like they're showing you the hows and whys after as to this help coming for you. But we were definitely seeing this. So let's take a look briefly at this aid. What do we need to know about that? What do we need to know about that, Sagittarius? Tell me about this aid. Tell me about this aid. Seven of Swords. The Magician again is what we were saying. Page of Cups. Yeah, there is someone here who does want to help you if you are committed, right? If you're going to commit to this, they're willing to help you. But there's something about this person where they don't want to be featured. It's like they want to stay in the background, or you may have had no clue that they were even interested in helping, or that they could even help at all. But so let's see what the Seven of Swords is. Five of Cups. Yeah. Whatever this is, I feel like this person misses it. And they would have had experience even with failing at it. Because failure is our best teacher, right? Because the Five of Cups can also represent, an action or a change. Doing things, maybe it's a reminder of to do things differently, right? And it is an ending, so it can be an ending to doing something. So tell me about the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Five of Swords. Page of Cups. They're pretty determined. The Five of Swords can also be a person who is determined to win. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords. That's interesting. I feel like this person has knowledge that you want because of losses, specifically financial losses. So they might even know the best way for you to approach this financially. Three of Swords, King of Wands. Especially before you charge ahead, which is something that we saw yesterday about, taking your time. But I would kind of expect a message from this person. I feel like they will really be opening up to their experience with something that you may be planning on doing. And what's interesting to me is this is something you've done in the past. And it would have been something out of the norm, for sure. You know, maybe people are saying, why would you do this, Sagittarius? It didn't, you know, it wasn't successful. Because there's something about your heart that actually is very invested in it. Maybe it was something you really loved. I don't feel like it's a person, but I feel like this ally is going to be real important to you in terms of showing you how to make a success of whatever this is, because it keeps coming out for real. Okay. So what do we need to know relationally? What is the relational message for Sagittarius? Hearing from them. Oh, hearing from a friend. And it was sideways, so I'm not sure you're answering the call. Oh, okay. It's a friend showing up with an apology. They left. Yeah, for sure. You have 2 ghosting cards here. I feel like it could be that this person was a friend, but it could also, okay, they had something to do with music, or, all right. So, let's get into it, Sag, for a moment. I feel like this person was very influenced by others, okay? So, you may be hearing from them because they want to apologize for leaving. I feel like they may be a person who has a lot of trouble with commitment. Something about them is very influenced by music. I feel like they really feel connected to you, like in a spiritual way. Almost maybe even feel like you're married. But, or that may be something they're interested in, but this is a very quiet person. Okay, so what can you tell me about sacred union? Oh. They've had some sort of ending. Now this could be the ending of a marriage, the ending of in regards to family. And it could be those influences. And they want you to take a chance on them, on building a home with them, on building something with them. Well, okie dokie. Oh boy. So let's see, how is this all taking place, Sag? How does this come about? How does this come about? How does this come about? Okay. 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. How's this come about? Judgment reversed. And the Six of Wands. I really feel like this person wants to resurrect something. And it may be tied to that thing that you did in the past. They may want to do it with you. And that may be like kind of the olive branch that they put out there. You know, let's work together. But I feel like this person really wants to make things right with you as well. So I said what I said. Okay. So I've gone on for long enough, Sagittarius, and I'm not even going to do the advice card because we've covered so much. So I hope this day finds you well and it's the best day ever. Toodles.